So you're a businessman, and do you find it hard to find good people to work for you? And is there a method or something you could advise us or our listeners how to find people that have the same kind of passion and vision you have? Let's say you start Power Slap, right? You're going to need people.
Right.
Where do you go? What are you doing? How do you hire these people? What are you looking for in people?
Such a great question. If you ask me what you think I'm actually good at, probably the thing that I'm good at is building a really good team. So since day one, when we bought the UFC, one of the things that I've really been good at is building a really good team around me. Normally what I look for is lawyers. If you can find a really good lawyer, they actually work really well in business, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they make sure that you don't do stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't end up getting yourself in trouble. And traditionally, even there's a guy named, you'll like him, Frank Lemasella from New York.
Oh, sounds great.
Frankie Lemasella from New York is actually the guy that I brought in. He was an attorney at a law firm that did some work for us. He's the guy, he's the president of Power Slap. There's another guy who I brought in who was my right-hand man at UFC. In 2016, we sold to Endeavor.
Was that always the goal, by the way? Was it to sell to?
I didn't want to sell.
The
Fertittas were ready to get out, so they wanted to sell. I would have never sold, and I would have stayed in business with the Fertittas for the rest of my life.
So now that it's sold, was there something in the deal where you're still a part of it?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't sell unless I stayed.
Yeah.
So the brothers sat me down. They're like, "Hey, we got some good news. We're going to sell it. Yeah. You're staying." Okay. If you notice, there's two things I surround myself with: lawyers and Italians. You notice that? Everybody's last name. So with the Fertittas, the Lemasella, we sold in 2016, and it was almost like a Microsoft type deal. A lot of people in the company had a piece. So everybody made a bunch of money, and everybody took off and retired. So I had to rebuild my team. And, there was actually a kid who was an intern for us. He interned and then became a lawyer, and his name's Hunter Campbell. So I actually took him away from the law firm, brought him in to work for the UFC too. And my head of PR, she's not here today, but she's like my right-hand girl. She's incredible, best head of PR. You build a team around you, and then you build your team. We have like 500 employees. We have the best team ever. These people are all love the UFC as much as I do. Once you start to build this team, what you'll find out is when you have the like-minded people around you, everybody wants to win, and everybody wants to be a part of something special, something that nobody else. We have done things in the fight business that have never been done before, and I always love to take on these types of challenges. We just came off a record-breaking year, right? Mm-hmm. And we're going to break that record this year. Why would I want to take on the Sphere? Why do the Sphere? Right. I can break records at Madison Square Garden and all these other places because everybody thinks it can't be done. And that I know when I do it, what I do over there will never be done again. No other combat sports group will ever be able to accomplish what we're going to do in September at the Sphere. These are the type of things that I like to do. And I like to push the team and challenge the team. When they come to me and they say, "Yeah, we can't do this." You know what I always say? It's 2024. Don't fucking tell me we can't do this. Mm-hmm. Of course we can do this. It isn't going to be easy. It's going to be hard, but we're going to have to figure it out. Yeah.